Mike McDaniel will lead the Miami Dolphins to a Super Bowl. Don't you ever say something stupid like that again, boy. Yo, crazy. I ain't actually believe that, bro. Chill out, man. Truthfully, I don't know much about Mike McDaniel, except for the fact that he seems like a really funny guy, which honestly, for me, that's reason enough to hire him just because I'm so tired of the Joe Philbins and Adam Gases. Hey! Although I did like Brian Flores. We know he's a little bit of a curmudgeon coming from that Bill Belichick tree, but y'all know I still wanted to keep him. But since he's gone, Mike McDaniel seems like at least the fun guy. So even if they suck, at least the press conferences will be fun. I don't know. But I figured we could both learn a little bit more about Mike McDaniel by going through this article published by David Wilson in the Miami Herald yesterday. The article is titled, "Who is Mike McDaniel? 5 Things to Know About the Miami Dolphins Head Coach." So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the article and give some thoughts here. It starts off by saying, in certain corners of the Miami Dolphins fandom and NFL internet, Mike McDaniel is already a cult hero for wisecracking personality, decidedly uncoach-like appearance, and offensive wizardry. All that stuff I already know about him. There's been some pretty funny clips of him circulating throughout Twitter recently.
What is it about Debo?
Who?
What's up, man?
Mike Jones, let's go. What's up?
Equally excited for you guys to truly take in how physically imposing I am, so.
This article goes on to say, after delivering one of the most embarrassing weeks in franchise history, the Dolphins delivered a much-needed jolt of excitement by hiring McDaniel away from the San Francisco 49ers as the 11th coach in franchise history Sunday. 11 head coaches is a lot, especially when you consider almost all of them are probably after Don Shula. I don't know. All I know is I've been alive for like 6. How many? Okay, I mean, they just had, obviously, if we're just talking head coaches, they obviously just had Flores. Before that was Gase. Gase, what a bum. Hey. Then they had Philbin. Before Philbin was Sperano, RIP. And I know they had like Cam Cameron for like a year. Was he before Sperano? I don't really know. Anyways, back to Mike McDaniel. Number one thing to know. He's a master at crafting run game. Well, yeah, let's see how much of a master he can be with a little dose of Savon Ahmed and Myles Gaskin. Not that I don't like those dudes, but I mean, there's certainly no Deebo Samuel, but then again, Deebo Samuel's a receiver, so who knows, man? He even helped solidify wide receiver Deebo Samuel as a star this season by unleashing him as a rushing threat. So that I did know. Last year was actually McDaniel's first year as an offensive coordinator, which means he really doesn't have that much experience. But I mean, I've heard nothing but great things about his mind and intelligence, so I guess he knows what he's doing. Number 2, he comes from the NFL's hottest coaching tree. Wow, this is all one sentence? Okay, I gotta read. Okay. The 2013 offensive coaching staff for the team, now known as the Washington Commanders, was already legendary, with San Francisco's coach Kyle Shanahan as the offensive coordinator, Los Angeles Rams coach Sean McVay as the tight ends coach, and Green Bay Packers coach Matt LaFleur as the quarterback's coach. They're missing a comma there somewhere, David. I'm sorry. Anyways, one of those 3 coaches has led their team to a Super Bowl appearance in 3 of the past 4 years, and McVay has a chance to win a title next Sunday when his Rams take on the Cincinnati Bengals in Super Bowl 56. Who do y'all got in the Super Bowl? I'm going to say Tom Brady. I don't care, he's retired. He's going to come back and win it. I never doubt the man. Moving on to the third thing you have to know about Mike McDaniel, says he's the 3rd cousin of famous rapper Logic. No, I'm kidding. I mean, not really, but kind of. But it says he's one of only 4 minority coaches in the NFL. Yes, if y'all didn't know, Mike McDaniel is actually biracial. The article says, with Miami embroiled in scandal after former coach Brian Flores sued the Dolphins and the entire NFL for racial discrimination Tuesday, Miami did at least replace Flores with another minority coach. Moving on to number 4, as we scroll past this Florida Panthers ad. Shout out to the Panthers, first place Panthers, man. If y'all ain't tuning in, tune in. I haven't tuned in yet, but I need to start because come playoff time, I don't want to be like a bandwagon front runner. So I want to get in while it's still early, man. So shout out to the Panthers. Moving on. In some ways, McDaniels could be a polar opposite to Flores, who embodied the stoicism? Word of the day, y'all, stoicism. McDaniel will bring a defined offensive philosophy to the field, at least when he was an assistant coach. In general, exuberant in the press conference room, cracking jokes about his 5'9" stature, making references to at least one mid-2000s rapper, and genuinely bringing personality to an often humorless situation. Those are, of course, the clips that y'all saw in the beginning. Number 5, he's a recovering alcoholic and open about his struggle with addiction. McDaniel isn't just a bright offensive mind or charming personality. He's also an inspiration with the way he has managed to battle alcoholism after his struggle threatened to derail his career. Well, Mike McDaniel, I do have to say, alcohol is nothing when you're in the Miami Dolphins organization because we dealt with something like this.
There's those big grains falling.
Shout out Chris Forrester. I think he has a job somewhere now. Does Chris Forrester have a job in the league? Yeah, Chris Forrester is an American football coach who currently serves as the offensive line coach for the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, he was with McDaniel over there. Anyways, Chris Forrester, I don't know how you're still employed. Mike McDaniel, I'm glad you're able to work through your addiction and things seem to be going good for you. All I know is that everybody who has working with Mike McDaniel for speaks very highly of him. I heard Robert Saleh going off in a press conference about how impressed and how much he loves Mike McDaniel. I think I even heard that George Kittle tried to get it in his contract that Mike McDaniel could not leave. So that's how much he loves him too. And of course, Kyle Shanahan has brought him everywhere he goes, so that shows how highly he speaks of him as well. I also want to mention that Tua Tagovailoa reposted this picture on his Instagram story, which I guess is a good sign because when Flores was let go, Tua said absolutely nothing. We heard a lot of guys on the team, primarily the defense, say how much they love Flo, but nothing from Tua, which was a little weird. So at least Tua likes the Mike McDaniel hiring, which again, I don't know if Mike's the right guy, but if he gets along with the QB and can help develop him, what more can you ask for? Well, I guess winning. You could ask for winning. And I also want to read this tweet from Will Mansell, who references the similarities between Eric Spoelstra and Mike McDaniel. He says, both were 38 years old when they were hired. Both were a decade plus behind the scenes guys who had to work their way up doing dirty work. Spo in the video room, McDaniel as an intern. Both had a proven coach who believed in them along the way. Of course, Spo with Pat Riley and McDaniel with Shanahan, and both highly respected in coaching circles and by players. So who knows, man? If it worked out with Spo, maybe it works out with Mike McDaniel. Of course, Spo was coming into a winning organization and Mike McDaniel was coming into a dumpster fire, but still. But that's really all I got to say for this video. As some more moves get made throughout the offseason, I'll come back with some videos talking about those. That's all I got to say for this video, though. If you liked it, hit like. If you didn't like it, hit dislike. Comment below telling me I suck. I appreciate the criticism. I do want to say also, we did it. We had 1,000 subs. I appreciate the support from y'all. And I want to shout out my boy Arshfir Samar for being the 1,000 subscriber. Congratulations to you. When we at a milli, you can tell your grandkids this story. Other than that, I'll be back with a recap tonight of the Heat vs Wizards game. Y'all will see me again. Peace.
Look, pull up in your city trying to get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.